Welcome to tonight's Brick Post show with your host. I'm Dave.
And I'm Greg. And on tonight's episode, we are diving into the secondary market, buying and selling.
It's a very interesting market. There's some crazy prices out there for retired items. There's also some dirt cheap prices out there for the same items.
Yeah.
It's one of those markets that we've both kind of dabbled in over the past few years.
Yeah.
A lot of collectors dabble in it as well, don't they, really, to help fund their collection.
Yeah, I think every Lego fan is kind of looking for like bargains and good prices, really, aren't they? So
absolutely. But I think a lot of people, buy stuff to keep and then sell later when the time is right. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't so much a guide. This is a conversation, really, and maybe some helpful ideas for you.
Yeah, it's all kind of based on personal experiences, isn't it, over the years?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't take everything we say as gospel, because there are other ways and means of buying cheaply.
Yeah.
Even down to the buying stolen goods. So, yeah, I mean, with the latest results in from Lego.com, they have a 14% increase on last year's takings, but they put that down to COVID.
Yeah.
But it just says that, increasingly Lego is more and more popular. So with the secondary market, where do you buy from in the sense of secondary market wise?
Recently, it's kind of auction sites, really. I've bought a lot off of there.
What, eBay?
Yeah, eBay. That's about it, isn't it? There's no other auction sites apart from eBay. That's the big boy, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the big one, unfortunately.
Yeah. Always running around supermarkets, having a gander at their Lego sections for slightly reduced stuff. Just kind of hit and miss, really, isn't it, most of the time?
Absolutely. You've got to work out what day of the week your supermarket reduces stuff on.
Yeah.
And then you've pretty much got to be in there the following day to get the deals. I mean, every supermarket for reduced price Lego, I find, obviously you've got the January sales.
Yeah.
Then you have the sort of the new spring thing that comes out. So the supermarkets will then start to reduce.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to clear the shelf space, don't they?
Clear the shelf. Yeah, exactly. And it's the same with summer.
Yeah.
There's always a mini sale at the beginning of summer.
Yeah.
And then, in theory, there should be one soon, ready
Yeah.
Must admit, I haven't been really in a supermarket for ages.
No, not really.
So this year for me has been pretty much, I haven't really bought anything to keep.
No.
To sell on later, nothing at all, really. But yeah, and then obviously you've got your Black Friday deals sort of towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
So there's a few pointers there on the supermarket side. Yeah, so let's go back to talking about eBay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the last thing you bought was?
It was a Lego T-Rex, because I've started to get into dinosaurs. I mean, it is second hand, but I was kind of watching it on auction, and it went for like £10 under the usual or the average price. So I snapped him up. That's the last thing I bought. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's individual dinosaurs can go for silly money.
Yeah.
You'll have your buy it now price. That can be stupidly high. I never understand, do people actually buy it, at stupidly high prices? then you'll get your 99p star auction as such.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the way forward.
What, the auctions?
Yeah, the auctions. It's not always, but sometimes it is.
Yeah, if you're patient, normally it does pay off, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Have a look at the sold items section on eBay. That will give you a good guide, really, as to what you sort of should be paying.
Yeah, that's what I use as well. Yeah,
it's you look at a set. Recently, I bought the Lego Spider-Man Train Rescue for $855. I want 3 of these sets, basically for the train. I've paid £24 including postage for one. I paid £12 including postage for another. So that gives you the difference. With eBay, you have people who don't necessarily realise what they're selling.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're the ones that we jump on as well as everybody else.
Yeah.
But also, a little tip for you is check the timing of the finishing of the end. The end time of the finish.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just get it wrong, and they'll do it for 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
When nobody's up, and that's exactly the £12 4,855 I got. It finished at a stupid time. I think it was 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and nobody really buys at that time.
No, you're out, aren't you? All occupied with other things at that time, lunch. So
absolutely. So I was in the right, absolutely in the right place for the right time for that one.
Yeah.
Just with eBay, just be very, very careful on the prices. Don't jump and think, oh, that's a bargain. Shop around.
Yeah, definitely.
You picked up a Hogwarts Express.
I did, yes.
And you bought that from
a car boot
sale. That is a very, very good place.
Yeah.
To search for Lego. But I don't know what time you were selling there, weren't you? At the boot sale?
No, I rocked up at this one quite late, actually, about 10 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, it just sat there. So I was quite surprised it was still there, actually. Because, car boots, they start early, don't they? So you need to get a car boot kind of when it opens, don't you, ready to
a
chance.
Absolutely. Just, to get, would you say, the biggest deals? Sometimes, sometimes it's not always the best deal,
Not first thing, no, because people want to sell it for as much as they can, and they're not going to let it go for cheap straight away, are they? They're going to hope somebody comes along to pay what they want.
Absolutely. But then again, or should I say again, with boot sales, some people don't know what they're selling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's kind of the people you want to look out for, isn't it? Like little families and mums and stuff.
Unfortunately, yes, mums.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the nicest possible
way.
Yeah. And we love all you mums.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones. It's, I've got this tub of Lego. How much do you want for that? £5. Thank you very much.
Yep.
That's the sort of things. But if you're looking for something specific, I don't know, take the T-Rex.
Yeah.
You want to be instantaneously looking at that box. What can I see in that box? What's going to make you some money?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a dinosaur foot. How much do you want for that? £10. Excellent. Well, that T-Rex is now going to get me, my money back plus.
Yeah.
To be able to do sort of things like that is it takes a lot of practice as well, doesn't it? To know what you're looking for and to know what's worth it, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, you also got to be wary of not counterfeit, but other brands like Mega Bloks and all that are chucked in with it. You don't really want them, do you?
Absolutely, because a lot of people just say, "Oh, it's Lego."
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. That piece at the top is not Lego. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't just run and buy, the first tub. Always try to have a look through at a car boot sale.
Yeah, I know some people don't really like you having a look through first, do they? They just kind of want you to buy it and take it away, really.
Absolutely.
So you've got to be kind of on the ball a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, car boot sales is knowing what to buy that's going to give you a good return on it. And it's knowing, it's almost that instantaneous, look how much, buy, bang, thank you. Because speed, really, I guess.
Yeah, it is, yeah. You need to try and train your eye to look for that red and yellow logo.
Absolutely.
That's kind of how I work. I suppose you work the same, don't you? You just kind of, there's a square logo, that must be Lego-ish. So you run over.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah, whether that be on a tub, carrier bag, whatever. It's just, or in some respects, you spot a minifigure head or just something, some key bit, isn't it, really, that stands out. But you get a lot of dealers at boot sales doing exactly the same stuff.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, we've done boot sales together, and people, before you even get out the car, it's got any Lego, got any records, got any this, and you're like, give it a break, mate. Come back in 5 minutes,
Yeah.
But I quite like it because they don't like it when we sell Lego. Oh, that's 15 quid. Nope. Oh, well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the things we sold were below retail.
Absolutely.
But they weren't quite car boot prices.
No. I mean, I think your ethos as well is buy cheap, sell cheap,
Yeah.
Depends what it is.
Yeah.
Some things are worth keeping hold of.
Yeah, I think it also depends on how kind of quick you want to sell it on for, really. I mean, if you're not too keen on charging minimum for it just to move it on quickly, then you can hold on to it and get a fair price.
Absolutely. If you're buying something from a supermarket that's possibly half price, because it does happen, there's a fair chance within the next year that is going to be retired.
Yeah.
But ideally, you've got to be looking at keeping something for at least 6 months after the item's retired to start showing a reasonable return on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're buying sets to keep, to resell, I don't know about you, Greg, but the bigger sets, there's no point going in and buying a Mandalorian battle pack.
No.
Keeping it for 2 years and making £4 on it.
Yeah, it's pointless, isn't it?
So if you're going to start hoarding sets, it's the bigger sets.
Yeah, definitely.
Could give away a few ideas about what to collect, what to save, but then everybody goes and rushes out to buy said items.
Yeah.
But I will give you a little idea. I mean, currently, towards the end of this year, Hidden Side is retiring. A good idea would be to go out and buy the Hidden Side Mystery Castle. And the set number, Greg?
70437.
That retails at 90 quid.
Yeah.
I think in a year, maybe 2 years, that'll be worth double.
Yeah. I think any of those larger sets from that theme would go for quite a bit in a few years.
Absolutely. It to me, it's got smells of the haunted castle,
Yeah.
The monsters.
Oh,
set.
Yeah.
It's that kind of, come Halloween, people are like, oh, what can I get? What can I get? Bang.
Yeah.
Next Halloween, to me, would be a good place to try and start to resell it, because people think, oh, I want to do a Halloween set. I want to do this.
Yeah. People are in the market for it, so they want to pay the price for it. So
absolutely.
It reminds me of the modulars that have now been discontinued, like the detective's office and the bank and all that. They go for crazy money now, don't they?
Oh, stupid!
Because you can't get them anymore, and people want them. So
yeah. I mean, modulars they're always a good one if you can
Yeah.
Stick them, in a cupboard in the loft out the way for a few years.
Yeah, I've even seen used and built ones go for quite a bit more than their retail price originally.
Absolutely.
So even opened ones that you've used in your display, you could, if you've got tired of them or something, you can move them on for more money, really.
Absolutely. It is crazy. It's, they say Lego's profits have gone up 14%, but some people make a shed load of money out of Lego.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But you've got to be able to put the money into it. That's
the thing, yeah.
That's the thing. And there are a lot of people out there who can.
Yeah.
I've managed to buy the Boeing Bell, and to be fair, that's the only thing that I'm really going to sit on.
Yeah, the Osprey.
Yeah, the Osprey.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. It's 125 quid is a lot of money to fork out, So I do understand where people can't do it. I mean, if you're looking to go in and buying and selling Lego, start small. I mean, you have what else? Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And Facebook groups. Yes, there are shed loads, absolute shed loads of Lego selling groups.
Yeah, it's too many, really.
There are a lot of, or should I say, there are some which are run by, I don't know what word I want to place on them. Scalpers. I don't know.
That's kind of a fairish word, I suppose.
There are some really nice Facebook groups out there.
Yeah.
Where people are helpful, prices are reasonable, but you soon learn, even just by joining one group, who is out to sell for the most money and who is out to sell at a good price.
Yeah. There's one group that we've both joined probably from the start, really.
Lego, and more Lego.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
That's the one. Yeah. They're kind of, they know that there are more collectors in the group, so they try and give you a fair price. Whereas, they do. There are the odd one or two people that like to whack the price up.
Absolutely.
Which I don't think anyone buys from, really, those people.
Yeah, we both know who you're on about.
Yep.
That group, sometimes you invite me to join this group or other people invite me to join this group, and I join them. And, the other week, I left a group. I can't remember which one, but it just all kicks off and it's all bitchiness.
Yeah.
And it's all like, I want to look at some Lego and I'm in the market for this. I don't want to see or hear slanging matches.
No, definitely not.
I don't want to see, well, I've got more Lego than you and I've got this, because there is a lot of that out there.
There is, yeah.
And scroll on by, people. Just leave the group. Find yourself a friendly group. It's crazy. But yeah, I've bought a few things now off of Lego and more Lego.
Recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got another train on the way.
Ooh.
It's another 4855.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that was probably at the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was up. Somebody put it up. Yeah, they put up 4855 and 4856 for 30 quid. So it was 2 sets.
It's a nice price.
A few bits missing, but the train's complete. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? If the main build's there, that's it really. We've got enough spares, haven't we, to probably
absolutely. I mean, I've got probably 3 Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
3. Is it Jonas or I don't know, whatever his name is.
J. Jonah Jonas. Jameson.
Yeah.
All the J's. Yeah.
Junior.
Yep.
And who's the other one? I've got 3 train guards.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm happy about.
Yeah, they come in handy for you, don't they?
Yeah.
At the station and on the train.
Yeah, absolutely. Just change your heads over.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've certainly got to look around, shop around. for whatever it is you're looking for or whatever it is you want to sell. Just do your homework.
Yeah.
You've also got other sites like
Spock.
Gumtree. Do you know what? I haven't looked on them for absolutely ages.
No, same, to be honest.
I tend to stick with what I know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Spock and Gumtree can be... There's some good deals there.
There are, yeah.
You've got to be willing to travel, obviously.
The way they both work is very similar, isn't it? You put in your location type of thing,
Absolutely.
and it brings up what's near, and then a bit more further afield each time.
Yeah. It's the same principle as Marketplace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Facebook
basically,
Marketplace.
Yeah.
The only trouble with that is you can't always find what you're looking for.
No, it's usually like random stuff that you don't want, but because it's at a good price, you kind of feel you need to go out and grab it.
Yeah. I think if I was going to buy a job lot, I would rather buy it from a boot sale than what I would Gumtree, because you're just going on a picture, whereas at a boot sale you can stick your hand in and have a good
rummage.
Yeah, and get a nice cupful.
Yeah,
you
true.
know, and good rummage. It's that kind of thing. It's crazy, but bargains do come up, Just be wary of the scalpers. Let's take San Diego Comic Con. They'll sit up at midnight. They'll get the tickets for Comic Con. They'll be there. They're not interested in anything apart from getting the exclusives, whether it be Lego, Funko, whatever.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because they are exclusives to places like New York Comic Con, San Diego, even territory exclusives, they will sting you. I was going to be a bit more harsh then, and say something else.
Yeah.
But they will sting you.
Yeah, I don't like that sort of person where they go out of their way to queue up for hours and take it home, put it on eBay for 5 times as much or 10 times as much, and not be a fan themselves.
Yeah, that's what happened with the tiles from Southampton store opening, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They literally stood in the queue. They've got their hands on a tile, and it has literally been photographed and put on eBay within a minute.
Yeah, I don't think that Lego store really did themselves any favors, because it should have been one per family, really, shouldn't it? But they've just given them out one per family member, so everyone got a tile, and they've just run out within minutes.
Absolutely. I didn't actually go to the opening, but yeah, there was something like a 4-hour queue, and the tiles will run out in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I rocked up on opening day, but at like 7 p.m. It's a bit late, and they ran out of the Southampton tiles, obviously, but I still grabbed a generic I Heart Lego Store tile, so that was kind of good.
Oh, yeah. Did that go on eBay?
It's gone now. Yeah, I did keep it for a little bit.
Yeah. No, because you sold it months down the line.
Yeah,
because you sold it to buy another set.
I did. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to pass up a freebie, are you? And it's not like I went there for it. I walked in the door because there was no queue at that time, and then they said, "Oh, here's a tile. Would you like it?" Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Absolutely. I mean, you'll have had people that are camped out there since 4 a.m. just for an exclusive, just to get on by 3 minutes past 9.
Yeah.
To make 200-300 quid. So be wary of those people. You don't really need that set for that price.
No, there's always the same set just around the corner, isn't there? Usually cheaper if you keep looking.
Take the Osprey.
Yeah.
When they first got released at Argos, they were selling for £1,000.
Yeah, that's a very rare occurrence, though, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's a one-off.
Yeah, the circumstances and all that, surrounding it.
Lego have learnt their lesson, I believe, for that.
Yeah.
But £125 set, and they were selling for £1,000 plus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you can now pick one up for around 400 to 600.
Still a massive markup, isn't it?
Still a massive markup, but if somebody's desperate to sell it, they'll sell it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cheaper, So what else would you suggest for buying?
We first know each other from events, Comic-Cons ourselves, don't we? From running
Absolutely.
them and even selling at them, at some of them.
Yeah. Some of these Comic Cons, toy fairs,
Markets.
even, yeah.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah. Even fun days that have stalls.
Yeah. Village days.
Village days. They quite often have some form of Lego seller there.
Yeah.
Whether it be from a little bit or from big bit, or whether it's in the church roof fund stall.
Yeah.
There's generally some Lego there. Sometimes you'll get a proper, I'll say, dealer, and prices can be expensive.
Yeah.
But if you've got a lot to sell, you've built up, whether it be some of your smaller items, your smaller sets, that is an absolutely awesome place to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Whether it be, well, Comic Cons, not so much, but fun day, fairs, things like that, yes, because generally you're the only one. With Comic Cons, you know as well as I do, Greg, you've got to shop around within, because there can be 5, 6, 7 Lego sellers.
Yeah, there is usually quite a few. I mean, when we first started selling at Comic-Cons and stuff, it was kind of just us and maybe one other person, wasn't it? But then you kind of see each time we do an event, there was an extra one, an extra two. There's
Absolutely.
more competition. Yeah. It's getting more popular, isn't it?
Absolutely.
For adults and stuff recently.
Yeah. There are some reasonably priced sets there, but just be careful because some are secondhand.
Yeah.
Generally, those sort of sellers, if they tell you it's all there, it generally is all there.
Yeah.
Or they might turn around and say it's 95% there, a minifigure is missing, or this or that.
Yeah.
They want you to come back again and they want you to buy from them again. So a lot of these guys may look dodgy, but sometimes they're pretty genuine.
Yeah.
But you can suss out the dodgy ones straight away.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. There's always a nice little jumble of people there, isn't there? You get the big boys with their racking and their sealed sets and all this.
Yeah.
And then you get the smaller boys like us that kind of dabble in the smaller sets, a few second-hand bits and stuff like that. So kind of is, again, research, isn't it? You need to do your research and find what you're after.
Never be afraid to haggle.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that, yeah.
Never be afraid to haggle.
Yeah, it's okay to haggle.
Because we've been there. If you haven't had a sale for an hour, you just want to take some money home. So never be afraid to haggle.
It does work.
Yeah. One of the last ones I sold at one of the Comic Cons, I was placed next to another Lego seller.
Yeah.
And there was another Lego seller sort of opposite, but 2 tables down.
All right.
And, you can run round and try and price match, but it depends on what else they've got. Because if they've got something else that particular person wants, they may buy the 2 items, even though one of them you've got. It's so there are there's a lot of deals to be had at these sort of places because they all want your money.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's one particular market that we haven't mentioned, which is Bricklink.
Oh, Bricklink, yeah.
But we are gonna hopefully have a guest on with us next time, and we'll have a dedicated chat about Bricklink.
Yeah.
So that should be good. I think we're both Bricklink buyers. I don't have a store.
No, nor do I.
No, we've both bought from Bricklink.
Yeah.
Thousands of people do it every day. So hopefully next time we'll have a guest on and have a chat about Bricklink.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
I actually enjoyed the Lego Ideas one the other week because I didn't know the process, didn't really know anything about it.
No.
And admittedly, I still need to log in and do something or other. But yeah.
Yeah, get on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to be your 100th.
Are you waiting, are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's on 89 at the moment. So
Yeah. I just want to tip you over the edge.
yeah, good.
Yeah. But yeah, so thanks for joining us tonight.
Yep, thank you.
I want to say I hope it's been informative, but I don't. We could have sat here and we could have structured out, and we could have spoken to you for a week about buying and selling and tips and hints and all sorts.
Yeah, there's too much to mention, isn't there?
There's far too much to mention, really. It's one of those sort of things that you've got to discover yourself and make the mistakes, because we've done it, haven't we?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's been a few mistakes.
Yeah. Sometimes even down to poly bags. You think, somebody's flogging them at boot sales. They're only £1, or I can get them for 75p.
Yeah.
Each. Yeah, I'll have 10 of them. Yeah, thank you very much. You try flogging them for £2, and you can't even sell them.
Yeah.
So you end up cutting your losses.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've all done that. But hopefully, if you're breaking into the world of buying and selling, there's a few hints and tips, places to go. We've given away our favourite Lego group on Facebook.
Yep.
But yeah.
It's very much a personal thing as well, isn't it? You need to find what helps you.
Absolutely.
Really. You might find eBay helps you better than FacePay or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just got to find out what does it for you and what you're most comfortable with, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And always pay by PayPal if you can. Goods and services.
Do you know what, Greg? That's something, I forgot to mention or didn't even think about mentioning. That is a very, very good point.
Yeah, you don't want to be stung by some no-gooder who just wants your money and pay by friends and family. Just always pay by goods and services. Yeah. Because then you're covered, aren't you? So
absolutely. Some groups will ask you to pay fees on top. So what? You're covered.
It's usually only 20, 30p, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, so, depending on what you buy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's worth it for peace of mind.
Yes. Well, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
And I hope you get on all right with the buying and selling, and we will speak to you soon. I thought you were going to say good night, Greg.
Good night.